What's up, y'all? You rocking with Moochie, and this is Moochilla's review. So hit the hammer, cause you came through. Ew. So today we talking about BMF, y'all. I got a couple of people that's here in the building so far, and um, coming to the stage right now is Pretty Girl Loves Trap Content. Hey, Pretty Girl.
Hey Moochie, hey chat, how
I thought
y'all
I was live a
doing?
couple of minutes ago. I was just a steady talking, right? You was like, "Oh, Miss, you're not live."
It's all right.
All right. So look, y'all. We got I got remember I told y'all I had a surprise, y'all. I got a surprise. And let me just show you my surprise before I let me give you a little hint of my surprise. He was in charge of something with the dice and all of that. He was running the game, and they done Meech and Terry done got a lot of cash off a dude. So he's here, and he want to talk about how they done fixed that game and broke him down. I don't know. We don't know if he gonna get some kickback, but he here tonight to talk to us. This is the actor. His name is Twain Wheat, and he played Big Mike or Fat Mike. I don't want to call him that, but Big Mike. So welcome to coming to the stage. Please welcome y'all. Ew.
What's
Hey,
up? What's up, y'all?
what's up?
Nice to meet
How
you.
y'all doing?
Good,
Good,
good.
good. We are doing good. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Oh, thanks.
Uh
It's an honor. It's an honor.
so look, what was this? What was it like?
Uh, just the whole experience. It was real cool. It was real cool. It was kind of surreal. You know what I mean? Because as an actor, I watch film and TV all the time. So a lot of times I'll be on shows that I'm a fan of, and I've watched BMF since it was here. You know what I mean? It was on and. I auditioned for the first season, and it
Mm-hmm.
was for a smaller part, but it was I was like, nah, I didn't get it. But it's a testament to the way God closes one door and opens another. You know what I mean? But it was just kind of surreal, acting with Meech and Da Vinci, Lil Meech and Da Vinci and Monique. It was cool. It was real cool. I loved it. And the
Okay.
cast and crew was great. Cast and crew was dope.
All right.
Yep.
So how long have you been acting?
Shoot. I went to school for it. I went to college. I got a master's
Okay.
degree in drama or performance. And
Okay.
I went to New York for a little bit and did, some off Broadway stuff. And then I moved to Vegas, and I kind of was in a transition period, you know what I mean? But then
Mm-hmm.
me and a whole bunch of I was with a studio, acting studio in Las Vegas called House of Tribes, and excuse me, and we all went to Atlanta because we heard it was great things happening around about 2011, and
Mm-hmm.
then got an agent with AMT, Atlantis Models and Talent Agency, and just kind of took off from there. You know,
Wow.
yeah, I did
Awesome.
Wow. That's
independent stuff and commercials, and then it just kind of snowballed.
that's amazing. So well, now we know that what got you into it. What
Mhm.
other roles do you want to do?
Well, the roles, oh man, honestly, I've I've been trained like Shakespeare. I can do a whole bunch of stuff, different variety of stuff, but I kind of want to do something that's a little bit more serious because I've always done like comedies or something like that, and so I want to do I want to get into more lead roles and reoccurring's cool, but I want more of a series regular role. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So just show what I can do. You know what I mean? Dramatic comedy. So I can do it all.
Okay.
Sure.
Pretty girl, you got any questions?
Yes, I mean, I was reviewing your credits. I mean, it's just as long as a CVS receipt. I mean, you've been in like rap shits and in P Valley, the game, and I believe I
Mm-hmm.
recall that specific episode of the game, if I could recall.
Yeah.
Um, But I see you can do a plethora of things, and you've had experience in different sets. But what was one takeaway or any takeaways you had on the set of BMF? I mean, you was of course in the likes of Monique, and who's a legend, and newcomers such as Little Meech and Da Vinci. So what if anything did you take away different from the set of BMF versus any other set?
Well, what I took away from it was, as an actor, as far as stretching your talent. Like I said before, I was always, like with the game where I played Zeke, and I was in First Wives Club, and I was even the robber in Miss Pat show on the second season. And
Okay.
it was more so like comedy. I always played the sleazy kind of roles or whatever. With BMF, it was kind of a like I say, it was a stretch for me to play some, tough, because I'm silly, I like to have fun. You see what I'm saying? But it was a stretch, and it was as far as being able to go there, you know what I mean? And when and I didn't know when they were saying Goldie before I went on set that it was going to be Monique. I didn't know until she got in the van.
Oh,
And
wow.
they said Monique's coming. I was like, okay, Monique. I thought it was an actress named Monique.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, Monique, okay. I said, okay, no pressure, but you know what I mean. But it was what I took away from it was just the love and just how the team mentality that they have on the BMF project and Stars. Because I was in P Valley as well, and it's just a team effort, you know what I mean? And it's a lot of people of, color that's on, on the cast and crew. So I just, and Monique, she was like all love, you know what I mean? So yeah,
Oh,
it was just love, you know what I'm saying? Is what I took away from it.
that's good.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, will we see you in the Power universe now? That's the next question.
I hope so. I don't know. I'm Mike, Big Mike coming back. It's so funny that you say
I was gonna ask you that next. Okay.
it's for called Fat Mike, right?
Hmm.
So in the script it's just Mike, right? And
Right.
so Monique's like, when she said, I'm gonna call you Fat Mike. And I was like, hold on, I said it's Mike. And she was like, no, everybody else call you Mike, but we have a relationship, we have a bond. So me and Goldie gonna call you Fat Mike. You know what I'm saying? And so and we laughed about it. So now it's funny. I said, I bet you nowadays people are gonna call me Fat Mike. You know what I'm saying? So now I'll see certain people talk about it. They're like, yeah, Fat Mike, and I'm like, that's not my
Uh-uh.
name, but
I,
it's funny though. You know what I mean? I take it all in, because hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm
well, look,
uh I'm
I seen you
transparent.
on the gram getting them weights in. Oh, where he
You said
went? Uh-oh.
you said what?
I said I seen you on the gram getting your weight up. You was
I'm
lifting them
trying to,
weights.
man. I've since when I did that was kind of last year. That was last year.
Hmm.
I lost 100 and I think like 10 pounds since then.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, it's so funny because I went to the gym today
Uh-huh.
and somebody recognized me. They was like, "Are you you big you Mike from BMF?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." He said, "Man, I was and I was surprised because I didn't think they would recognize me with glasses and beard, and I
Mm.
get lost a little weight. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, but I don't mind Fat Mike. You know what I mean?
Hmm. So, well, look, we're gonna get into this show. If you want to stay up with us, you're welcome to.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Pretty girl, you got any other questions?
I may have a bunch, but I'll try not to like bombard you.
No, no, no,
No, that's what I was trying to be like easy. Go
no.
ahead.
Come,
What
no,
is
He's
come
like,
on.
come on with it. Okay.
what is
Hey,
Okay,
your
well, chat. If y'all got a question, put it in
yeah?
the chat. He's ready to talk to us. This is good. Thank
So
you.
I'm always interested. You've played like a variety of characters, but you say you used to playing the funny guy, or just your personality is light. What would be your dream role, or like your dream position in a movie or a film or a play?
that's a great question. Um, I would love to be in a lead role where it's where there's a lot of substance, where it deals with like something like Till or
Mm.
just that serious, heavy, drama, or like not the Underground Railroad. Is it? Yeah, the Underground Railroad. The series, or
Okay.
something like that, or they or them. I think it's they that was on Hulu.
Oh
But yes,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It was
That was on Amazon too.
Hey, yeah,
Amazon
yeah,
Prime, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So you
So
want
I,
something to make us cry? Get my asthma pump out. I
That
see.
was scary though.
yeah, that was heavy, but it
That
was
was
it was
scary,
needed.
and I couldn't get. I had so much, like how some. Oh, you watch a show and it make you mad. That
Hmm.
was that show.
Hmm. I saw a movie that made me mad. I don't know if y'all probably seen this. Rosewood.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, one
Oh
of
my
one of our
gosh.
people that's in our circle is about to do a rewatch for Black History Month of
Oh,
that.
Hmm. Yeah, and I have a friend, Timothy Hampton. He has a podcast. I'm sorry, I forget the name, but he's doing a like a show about the town that they drowned, that's under
Hmm.
oh
Lake
yeah.
Lanier. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I
It's
know
a
they touched on it.
documentary on Netflix, matter of fact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that stuff. It's hard to take. It makes me angry. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
it's how you channel your anger, how you channel your emotions. You did. So
Exactly.
Now
yeah.
you know the ladies is asking.
Oh yes.
The ladies is asking. Are you married? The ladies
Ah,
is asking. Savannah.
yeah, I'm
You know we
married.
got guests here. Calm down.
You shooting her shot.
Look,
See, my wife is in the next room, so
see, there you go,
I'm
Savannah.
like,
You
yeah,
trying
I'm
to get
married.
us in trouble tonight.
That's a good. You're not like Charles. You're not like Charles.
No,
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 he's not
no,
like
no.
Charles.
My man, he was on demon time that night, boy.
Yes.
Oh Lord, look. Oh, speaking of Charles, y'all, keep in mind we have the poll that's up. Who is more at fault for cheating, Charles, Lucille, or Mabel? Cast your vote. Please hit that like button. We got 32 people in here, and holla at your girl. Ew. So
Oh, Charles.
I'm sorry. I'm just tickled with myself. So where we like let me see if anybody got another question. And then we gonna let this man have, sit back and enjoy us. Oh, wait. Hey, pretty. Hey, Miss K.
Hey, hello
All right.
everybody.
Yeah, everybody's late tonight.
Well, I was on.
I
I
know
was
you
just
was
off
on
Lamont's
the other
channel.
thing. I know. I told him.
Yes.
All right.
Hi
So look.
everybody. Hey, pretty girl. And hi Wayne.
Oh wait. I hear some feedback.
Hi.
What's up?
And Brilsy Brills.
My bad.
All right. So y'all two, y'all got questions for No. Okay.
Can I say something? It's so funny because I'll watch stuff just because I like to see how people. I'll watch reviews and see how people are like it. You know what I mean, or
Uh
the
huh.
show or whatever. And I watch you guys, and everything. So it's kind of like I say, it's another surreal moment. Like I'll watch you guys now. You guys are here, so this
Aw.
is cool.
Y'all,
Yo,
this is our community, and we
Yeah.
love talking about the show.
Yeah.
And Brilla, you got anything you want to ask?
yeah, what up, man?
What's going on, bro?
From Detroit. I just need a little meat story, something.
Meat story? I don't know. I don't. Well, it's hard to.
You don't want to
Okay.
give away the trade secret.
Yeah, it's kind of in the next, not the next episode, but I'm in the future episode this season, and I got to kind of just just not really chill because Meech, he has such a great like circle around him as far as BMF members, his mom and everything, and I'm not saying that we were like super close or anything. I don't want to misrepresent it, but he was definitely cool and locked in. You know what I'm saying, and ready. And to be honest with you, yo, he was real. Like I thought he was. thought he would be shorter, but he's like, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of tall, like, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, but
Surprising.
but he was
Okay.
real cool, man, real professional. Yeah,
I got
definitely.
one more.
Mhm.
Was Da Vinci really rolling them sevens?
No, they did a little movie magic with that. No, we
Okay.
got it in. Even Monique was kind of, throwing some dice. You know what I'm saying? But nah.
Southwest all day.
So okay, so you then all right, so then you played Big Mike, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So just I had no, I knew you were coming, but I didn't really know. I wasn't able to prepare anything, but I just want to say that just from meeting you now and talking to you now, I enjoy when I see somebody who's playing a character and then you meet them for real and then you just see that it's total opposites. So that's just a compliment
We
to,
talking about that.
it's just a compliment to you and as an actor. And the way you got so pissed off during that dice game, the way Mike got so pissed off, I'm like, yeah, he was just ready. Even Terry was just looking like, yo, what the heck is about to happen? So but I just enjoyed that whole scene, especially now knowing, you just being here and giving your time to us, to Moochie. That's just very commendable. So I thank you. That's really all I have for now. But
that's great. I appreciate that. I really do,
Yeah.
man. Really
We
do.
appreciate that as well.
Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome.
It's so funny. I just want to say this. When I was on set and I threw the table, it was one take where it was a cup. I probably shouldn't even be saying this, but whatever. I threw the table up, right? One take, and a cup hit my lip.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So I'm up there like this, and Monique's like, "Well, damn, Mike, you're supposed to be gangster. You can't be getting hit in the face with no cup." I'm like,
She must have been fun to work with.
yeah, and
Was she fun to work with?
yeah, Monique was, everybody come in with their preconceived notions at time, but when I met her, she gave me the biggest hug, and she was so encouraging. You know what I mean? Even to a point where she gave me like a note. You know what I mean? And she was like, just suggestion. Because sometimes actors don't like to get, they funny about notes from another actor. But I'm like, how am I not getting a note from an Oscar winner? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but yeah, she was so warm. She said hello to everybody on set and gave them so much love. So, like, she was definitely one of the nicest people I've ever worked with. You know what I mean? So,
wow.
I could definitely believe that.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, if you didn't check out, yesterday he was on TV1. He had a part in the show. Can you tell them the name of the
It was Under the Influence. It's on, like I said, TV1. It's with BJ Britt, Denise Lawton, and Jared Walford, and it was by Courtney Miller. He wrote for like Saints and Sinners, and and he wrote, him and this guy named Clifford McGee. They wrote this script, and I play a group AA group leader, and it's about like it's what they call the 13th step, about someone taking advantage of a veteran AA member taking advantage of a newcomer. You know what I mean? And it's just like thriller about obsession and things of that nature. But it was real cool. Yeah. So that's on TV1. You can probably stream it right now on the app. But
cool.
yeah.
But y'all want to check that out, and we're gonna see him doing other things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But I said, Big Mike coming back.
Look, you know he can't. Look, don't ask if anybody died or anything. He can't tell y'all that.
I can't.
He can't tell y'all what happened. So please don't ask.
What happened? Don't ask.
You can't ask what had happened or what's going to happen.
But it's nice to know Big Mike coming back. That means we're gonna see more Goldie.
Right, definitely. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So that's basically it with the interview, I guess. We could go into the review, y'all, and go into our little we done had a debate yesterday about Charles and Lucille.
Freaky Chuck.
Freaky Chuck.
Freaky Chuck.
But this was a good episode, y'all.
I mean, wow. So are you supposed to be staying with us, Tywayne, or
Are
you
you
getting
staying
out
with us
of
for the
here?
review?
I can if you want me to.
If you
Because
look, we
we
don't
need
want you to
to.
spill the beans and
I'm
we
not gonna
talk
spill the
about
beans.
show,
We
and then we be under some scrutiny and stuff.
no, it's not. Look, I just need to hear. I think we need to hear because we got Brillo's take, you know. But
And we need a
it's like
male's point
the
of view,
internet
another
is
male.
always so divided when it comes to men and women in these situations. So this is just you as Tywayne, like letting. Am I saying your name right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is just you, right? Giving us your opinion on these two characters. Like, what the heck do you think about this guy? You know, since I don't really have much questions for you, what do you think about freaking cheating Chuck?
Well, honestly, like it was. I don't know, and it's so funny because being the table read, I knew what was gonna happen before, and I was like, people gonna like when they find out that Charles is cheating, he took it there with Mabel, I was like, what I didn't like the part that he could have just turned down the sex, you know what I mean? But he in the same, it's so much, it's just so dangerous, you know what I'm saying? So I just he was, but he was having problems, but still, but as a married person, it's the way how you handle it, communication and but yeah, and plus, he was drinking and
He was doing stuff he don't normally do.
Right.
I think they added that drinking element in there too as well, obviously on purpose. Like, and then her tempting him, just a devil. Like, you could drink, it's okay.
Right.
You a grown man.
Eat the apple, Charles. Eat the apple.
Yeah, you deserve it.
I think more people have a problem with the time duration of it all between him and Lucille. Between Mabel and Lucille, that I'll be hearing about, like, it's on 2 minutes and everything. So I said, if you're gonna do it right. You know what I'm saying?
Blame it on the alcohol, I guess.
I think that's where it's going.
Supposed to make alcohol is supposed to make you last longer, though. Actually,
no, he had to get the baby nut off because he ain't do it in a long time. Excuse me.
He said, "Turn down the sex."
But I'm interested
down for what? Oh my god.
Wait.
But
I gotta thank you for the super chat to Marcus. Dope interview, Muchella. Big Mike was mad over the yeah, he was big mad over the dice game. You seen him flip the table up.
I thought he was about to slap T.
He grabbed his hand though.
A line, then I scared one of the extras. Like,
really?
Yeah, when if you look at the end, I said, he's looking at me. I said, what the you looking at? And he was like, I'm just playing, Brian.
That was dope. I definitely felt that anger when you grabbed T and switched them dice, and you was looking mad nervous too. Like, he hit this 7,
right? Yep. It's all over.
Game over.
So, since we're talking about that kind of, in that scene, y'all see the kind of like reverse psychology or the way she kind of flipped it on him. And now I'm not effing with you because you're gonna mess with my integrity. It was almost like she took the opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, to like turn the tables on him instead of, because I guess as for her reputation, it would have, she had to kind of do that. Do you feel that way, Tywayne, that she had to, as the person that she is, she just had to say that, even though they probably was all like this. She didn't have nothing to really lose, honestly. It was the other boys that was gonna most likely get killed. But when he said that, I'm not effing with you no more after this, and she had to be like, oh, she had to kind of boast up like, nah, I'm not effing with you. You ain't gonna question my integrity.
But yeah, I think that's like way I interpreted was, and me and Monique talked about it, that me and her, Goldie and Mike, have a long relationship. And even through turmoil, I kind of give her a pass on certain things. And, as far as when I was doing it, I think she said to me one time, like, Mike wouldn't really back down from her. You know what I mean? Because he has power too. in a way. You know what I mean? So she, like I said, I do think she took the opportunity, not being that it was in her favor. You know what I mean? That power was in her hands. But I think it's Mike didn't. Being that they had history, he didn't back down. So it's she knows it's her reputation that is part of her power. You know what I'm saying? So she can't really let anybody get over on her, especially being a woman. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? To get over on her like that. So
yeah. So you see, she definitely had to go there. Like, I ain't ever with you either.
Right.
That was a good play. I like that one. Sorry, go ahead, Mooch.
No, it's good. You good. Tina said she had to save face so she could come off as the boss. She had to come off as a boss. So I get that too. So
I got a question though.
Okay.
It's on the Charles subject.
Okay.
The ladies, do y'all think he will tell, or Lucille will find out? Do you think Mabel's going to blow up his spot?
That's my question.
Did we talk about that last night?
Yeah, I think so. I think Nicole, the daughter, is probably going to be involved. Like, I had a little, I don't want to call it a theory, but I could see Mabel going to dinner. Again, being invited. Her like sneaking a little slap on the butt and Nicole catching or something. Because you would think Charles will want to tell, but I think when you really love somebody, it's hard to hurt them and see, so I feel like he's going to try to hold it in. I don't see him confessing, unfortunately. Mabel, she played dirty. She was at these people's house eating dinner. So
exactly. And said that in the same breath and came on to him.
And was that a swingers party? I just want to.
That's my next question. You want no money tonight?
Look, the jackpot.
It really was like
we were trying to swingers party.
We were trying to figure that out too. Like, what?
Look,
somebody getting patted on the butt.
We better hope that don't happen.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No condom. I mean, just the slipping it right on in.
Look, they was running. Do y'all think Charles, might get burnt?
That could be a way that it gets out.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But
Moochie, see, we need to see the cat. We haven't got Tyrone, I need to explain to you about Moochie, okay? She loves to see a cat fight, but unfortunately, these writers don't give her what she wants. And that would be so. I feel like it would be kind of against Lucille's character. But listen, somebody sleep with your man, you come out a character sometimes. So can we see Lucille come out of character?
Right.
And then with her giving him the kiss. Okay, you know what I want to ask y'all? Okay, when she was getting ready to leave, right? That whole kiss she gave Charles, was that marking her territory?
Absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Find your own man. That's what that was.
Yeah. Freaky Chuck got to come clean though, man. He had one thing going for himself, and that was he was supposed to be this good, righteous man trying to do it the right way. So to me, man, he got to come clean with it. That's the only way I give him his point back, man. Because y'all know I go in on Charles weekly.
I hate how he treated his son. Gonna catch them smashing. I don't think he would have the audacity to bring her in the house, yo. If anybody catch them, it's gonna be Nicole.
Man, somebody gonna tell Lucille about that party because that party was too turned up.
Heck yeah.
I was thinking about that, but I feel like just thinking about it, because I'm like, Charles is too close to Mabel, but nobody to notice. Like, he's a married man. So I'm assuming this is a whole nother crowd because Charles is a church man. These are low key probably swingers, so they probably run in the same circle. So
you don't see Mabel at church, honey.
No,
you don't see her at church. She just lived next door.
Not Jezebel.
Unless
part of me think Pastor Swift gonna get in that some way.
A lot of people think that
he's already in. He the one that told Charles to hide the magazines.
He gave.
I think he was doing that. I think he was doing that to kind of bite him a little bit because Charles was being disrespectful. So I think he was giving him that last little okay. I'm gonna get you with this one. Find somewhere else to put that magazine.
Them worldly magazines.
Right.
That's my grandma say. Of the world.
I'm sure he's getting a good chunk of Charles' check because I still feel like Lucille is putting more than 10% in that collection plate.
Yeah,
anyway.
man, you make a lot at GM. Well, Charles should be better off if he working at GM. Man.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying too.
I'm from Detroit, so a lot of my family worked at the plant. And
right, that's what we were saying.
made
Remember
good
we said
money.
that? You were like, how if he works at the plant and all that, he should be making good money, right? So why are they struggling so much? And if Meech paid off the house, why are they struggling so much? I just don't. It's just so many things I don't understand.
I got a question for y'all. Instead of him going to fix, what the heck is Mabel breaking everything in the damn house so Charles can come there and fix it? Because every week he coming there to fix something.
Well,
what the heck is he breaking everything?
I want to see him use a hammer. He always got the screwdriver. He never has a hammer or something like that, you know. I want
The
the
hammer was in his pants.
Yeah, he using
Maybe gave him a 40 ball though, so I'll be over there too. He can't make no money at his own house. He don't never see him driving a car.
Yeah, she did.
I see Terry driving. I ain't seen Charles pick up a fare. Mabel gave him that 40 ball, so I'll be here too.
She prepaid for it, so
paying for more than that. Fell for the okie doke.
That was a down payment.
Yeah, it's like you said, Charles should have just left, bro.
Yeah.
He mostly
even when he kissed her, it still wasn't too late. He could have just dipped.
He moseyed his way out of this situation. Why go back to the party? You could have fixed up in your own damn house.
I'm looking at Mabel. I told y'all Charles was in trouble. I told y'all last week Charles was in trouble.
So did y'all know that it would go there, that eventually, or did y'all think it would be the what's her name, Sister Riley or whatever?
We knew he was going to cheat.
Yeah, I knew
the way they was at that table. We talked about that the first dinner when she was at that dinner. We all talked about that she was doing too much that night.
Yep,
and how Nicole didn't like her.
There you go. No, you're right. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's what kind of also gave it away, was that the daughter had to be told to say hi to her. But then in comparison to that, when she saw Denise, she was like, hi, Denise, all polite and welcoming. But with Miss Mabel, she didn't want to, really say anything. Her mom had to make her say something. And it's kind of like if, especially in the Black home, they always say kids know, watch the kids, they be knowing, you know what I'm saying? So it was like we were looking at Nicole for that red flag. Like, not only, it's not just her breastises out on the platter basically for all to see. That was the red flag. It was the daughter.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah.
I said he was gonna stay solid. I didn't want to put that on the man, but he let me down. And I'm not even a Charles fan at all.
I know.
Yeah.
You actually defended him with some of this, like when you defended, like not defending him, you saying that he's wrong. That's what I meant to say. Where you not liking what he did.
Definitely not. I said he was gonna stay solid. I was hoping that was
I thought so too at first too, but then when she came with that alcohol, I was like, damn, it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
You don't drink. That's what being how she gonna tell you what being a man is, baby. I don't drink. Take this back.
Right. I said I don't drink.
And then she talking about, if the wild animal comes out, I'll tame it. Some crazy stuff. Like,
it was.
Y'all want to go to the word scrim?
Yeah.
but you know what? I think he knew what he was gonna do when he got in the party.
Yeah.
Because he said, I needed to blow off some steam. So when he first got there, even before he took the drink, and what she was like kind of throwing out there when he fixed whatever he was fixing earlier, I think he knew what she was on, and he did, he came there to, you know what I mean, to.
Mhm.
He knew that person. I thought he knew what he was.
Yeah, coming back after you got out the situation and you gonna return,
And then you're gonna
come on.
help clean up.
And stay.
With
Yeah.
just y'all there.
It's just
Mhm.
bad.
Take your
It's
behind
getting
home.
worse and worse for Freaky Chuck out here. Legend, he got the internet in an uproar, man.
In the uproar, guys. Somebody left a comment. Go ahead, Moochie.
It's all right. Who left the comment? Go tell me. I'll go
No,
back
in
to
my
that.
on my channel talking about
Go ahead, read
Charles is my man. He got a quickie and pulled out. He's going to hit that church woman too. I can't.
Toxicity, I love it.
I cannot.
Going on
Yo,
tour.
Everybody's
even
calling
hard.
all the men is calling Charles MVP now.
I'm not
What's
even gonna
going
heart
on
the
at the
comment because I
Pentecostal?
can't deal with it.
I have a quick question for you guys. So Charles is a church man, if you will. Okay. So when he finished his blowing off the little steam he did have with Mabel, he seemed like, I don't want to say regretful, but like, oh, like I made a mistake. But of course, when he was washing dishes or whatever, he was like low key, like, oh, I did that. But and then when he was in bed with his wife, he seemed like a little regretful as well. So I'm seeing some inconsistencies with the emotions. So do y'all think he's gonna be like straight and narrow at this point? Like, you know, I'm not doing nothing with nobody, or he's just for the streets now? Like, where's Charles gonna
go?
I don't got no
I hope
faith
he
in
not for the streets. I hope he can redeem himself.
Southwest Pentecostal is in trouble.
Yeah.
Charles is on the loose. Southwest Pentecostal is in trouble.
Oh, Lord.
Don't show it, Moochie.
He on the
Charles
loose.
is on the loose.
And look at her looking like, ow, I got that man.
That was, look. Y'all ready? Look.
What I'm tripping off of, he did it in the kind of the Cosby sweater. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
No.
Hey, ain't no kind of about it. That's a Cosby special.
let me shut up for it.
Oh no, don't do it.
You got that Jello pudding on.
Give him the pudding.
Like Charles is losing his faith. He did.
Y'all ready for it? Here's the worst, Graham.
Oh, Jesus help. Oh, I already know it, Moochie. Already, girl.
I'm getting worse, Crumbles. I'm the worst at this.
Y'all better get it fast. Call it what
Look,
it
let me
is.
see how the chat do tonight. Give them a couple minutes. If you know the answer, y'all put it in the private chat.
HEA got it.
HEA got it.
She Go ahead, girl.
Misspelled like Pretty Brown. HEA.
Man, all right, I'll do Charles for trouble. Soon I put Mabel at the table.
And that is the answer, y'all. Homewrecker.
It's over.
She better not have the monster, child.
Oh,
Lord.
Look, that's what I'm worried about, because that was a swingers party, yo.
Yeah.
And they was ready to pass him around. Seen the other lady with her hot self.
So,
we
know
what is good cat.
Divorce. Do you think she cheated or her husband? Like, how do you think, like, the reason why she's divorced? Like,
right.
He probably came in there and somebody was, handling their business.
She was swinging from somewhere. Swinging from chandeliers. Look, you got a black fox. Hey, girl, gave you a super chat.
Oh, that's why that fan
was. Hey, Black Fox. Hey. Thank you for the super chat, Ew. I haven't seen you in a while.
I know.
Wait, Charles was singing Mr. Jones thinking of Mr. Y'all, you know what? Everybody is really like bigging up Charles with this.
Yeah, they are.
Chucky gonna be like Charles Lee Ray out in Southwest Detroit.
Until their woman is getting tapped. Mm-hmm.
So you think he gonna go back for some more, y'all?
I do not know.
I don't know. I tell him, like, give me that D, or I'm telling, like, I don't know.
Right.
I mean, you could definitely see this putting, just bad energy with him and his boys, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna lose all respect. The little respect they got. His whole saving grace was, Captain,
Captain Dad, and
doing it the right way. And you cheating on my mama?
Right.
Man, you already hate me for whatever reason because he hate Meech.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It
He
seemed
hate.
like he do hate me.
Can I ask a question to Ty Wayne?
Mhm.
As you hear us talking about how he hates Meech, I don't feel like he hates Meech. I just think that the way he treats Meech isn't right. But how do you feel about his treatment, like, of his son?
Um, I think he kind of. It's kind of hard because to me, I've known like families like that. I've grew up in Newark, New Jersey, so
Mm-hmm.
I've known certain families like that or whatever, and you know I think it's kind of self righteous in a way, but I can understand kind of where he comes from. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? As far as wanting something for your son and he goes another direction, you know what I mean? In life,
Yeah.
he's a man though, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He chooses his own path. And I think that's what, that father son relationship as they get older and they grow to be men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Charles wanted him to do what he did, you know what I mean, and be hardworking and get a job and work at the plant or whatever. But he's
Right.
doing his own thing, and I think it's Meech is just finding his way. You know what I'm saying? As far as
Mm-hmm.
just his own stuff as a like say as a man. You know what I mean? You got to go your own way. You can't do what Daddy wants you to do. You got to do what you want to do, whatever the repercussions are.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't think he hate him. I think he loves them. I think he loves them hard, so hard that he wants to kind of make sure he's safe. And
Mm-hmm.
it can be dangerous out there. You know what I'm saying? But I think Meech knows the game. You know what I mean? So he
Yeah.
getting into. You did. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
know he loved Terry. He might
yeah,
love Meech
Yeah.
though.
No,
I
I
I
feel
know he
think
loved Terry.
he loves them both, but I just
yeah.
feel like he's kind of disappointed in Meech.
Mm-hmm.
But I
He's
also
Yeah.
feel like
disappointed.
I feel a
I'm
weird
sorry?
sense. I feel a weird sense of like not necessarily jealousy, but a little bit possibly like admiration because I've seen situations and I've dealt with situations where a parent can be not necessarily jealous he's selling drugs. Nobody wants their kid selling drugs, but just being
Right.
able just to be out there and just little things Charles has said, like when they reference going to the grandma's party. Oh, well, that is her favorite, and we already peeped. The mom don't like Charles like that, so I feel like just little things about Meech and his personality and his will, Charles is a little envious of it. I kind of sense just his will, just not necessarily go the path of the normal path. Even though he is selling drugs, but I feel like he's doing things that he can't necessarily do. He can't provide. He can't necessarily pay off the house. So I do feel like it's a
Mm-hmm.
weird sense of I don't want to use the word jealousy, but a little bit of weird like admiration between
Right.
Charles and
Resentment.
Yeah, maybe resentment because he feels like he's taken away his role to provide,
Yes.
and especially
Perfect.
if he came through with the mortgage and all of that. So all of
Mhm.
these things are playing on his ego and his pride as a man. That's what I would think.
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
I agree.
Sometimes when that happens, I think the ego and pride is just a lot to a man, and when that gets bruised, it's like,
Yes.
uh,
And he's the firstborn. He was probably the first man that kind of took Lucille away from him in terms of his attention as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
But before all this happened, he seemed like he had a very good relationship with Meech. Like even when you look at the flashbacks, and even when before they found out that they were in the game, they seemed to have a really good, wholesome family relationship between all of them. And so once they found out that he was the problem, but remember, he also took on Terry's problem with he got in trouble for his brother.
Right.
Yeah.
And all
Terry
this
gun.
time, with the gun
With that
situation,
gun.
they didn't even know that it was Terry that had the freaking gun, and it was Meech. So Meech just kind of took that on his own shoulders, and he had to suffer for it, basically get kicked out of the house and all of this stuff. So it kind of that's when you kind of saw their relationship going downhill, because you're just looking at it so like you're a freaking big disappointment, and you're not welcome here until you get yourself together. So it seemed like he probably thought that by kicking him out, that would have been some type of punishment that may have worked, and you're not going to have anywhere to go, and he can come back and get yourself together. But no, that boy Brazilian, he know what he want.
Right.
All right, so I'm gonna move to
God.
the whole prayer thing.
Wow.
And them walls in the back that Charles could have been fixing while everybody was out of
Yeah.
town instead
Mhm.
of being over at Mabel's house.
Yep.
Hey, I want to tell you guys I have to go. I gotta submit an audition.
All
But
right,
Okay.
go ahead. Good
but
luck.
thank
Good
y'all
luck.
for having me
Thank
on. I
you.
wanted to get before y'all got into this segment, but I appreciate y'all. Much love for real.
Yes. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank
Thank you for answering everybody's questions.
No, I have
Yes.
I had to have, my good people around so they could get and ask questions too. So I really appreciate you taking the time out and just coming on here and chopping it up with us. Thank you
oh
so
Mhm.
definitely.
much. Please follow him on his socials. It's Ty Wayne. That's his thing on Instagram. And I don't know, do you have a Twitter? Is it the same thing or
I really don't. I'm
okay,
old
well
school.
look, y'all follow
It's
him on
T-Wee at
Instagram.
70 at Instagram. I tried to do Snapchat and I got too confused.
I'm not good with it either.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Have a
still
good
trying to
night.
figure
Thank
out
you. Again.
TikTok.
You.
All
All right, see y'all. See
right,
y'all.
Take
thank
care.
you.
Bye.
Peace.
All right,
That
guys.
was nice.
With the prayer, y'all.
Mm.
I was worried
Good.
about Lucille with this part, y'all.
Yeah, I was worried too because if he could do that to little man, I thought
Yeah,
Lucille was
and then
done.
you know
Mhm.
what? I thought he said when he said that I'm sorry part, like how he said it to the friend, and then when she came down, I was like, oh my, she
Bob
gonna say
Moochie
something
when she
like
said
that
let's
again.
pray, and he said, how about we don't?
Mm-hmm.
Done. She done. But good old Pastor Swift.
Why?
I'm sure she learned that
Praying for him from
prayer
him?
from
I
somewhere.
feel like
She
she
spent enough
really
time at
worked
the
on
church.
him.
Oh,
And he
young boy said
actually
she
be
reminded him of
giving
his
good
mother.
sermons. Even though he crooked, he do give good sermons. If I be listening.
Yeah. Right.
Do you
I
think that
mean,
prayer that she said was really talking to him? Because it was like almost everything he mentioned earlier in that day about certain things. Like
It
it
was.
was
Yeah,
stuff that he talked about,
Mm-hmm.
like
Definitely
as
was.
far as his life and why he's still here and
right.
things of that nature. That's what I
mhm.
got from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, he kind of
Um,
told her like your boys hurt me real bad, so
Yeah.
forgive him, forgive my boys. She just she got in her bag, and it
Mhm.
worked.
Yup.
He walked away. I'm like, oh, he gonna cry in the car.
It was great. I'm glad they didn't make him do that. He already did something, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
crazy. At
Yeah.
least make it like he got some type of half a quarter of a
Mm,
heart or something. He got a quarter
mhm.
of a heart. A
yeah, they trying to humanize him now. I
little
see
bit,
that
just
when
a
he was
little
talking
bit.
about how he got the second chance. But he don't got. Do y'all think he got a chance with her? What y'all think?
I
Yeah, he got
don't
a
know,
chance.
cause she seemed like she got a soft spot for him, yo. I wanted to say,
Yes.
like, yo, he just talking, saying certain things. You could see her kind of like melting a little bit. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, what y'all
He
used to
gonna
be
wear her
into back
down. I
in the
think.
day?
I think
Especially
he
when
gonna wear her down.
yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
is. I
They
agree.
say they're not telling us everything about them back in the day. I know Meech said that they used to, get high together and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
child, there must have been something else going on, the love making something. They must have
Yeah, the
had
hot. Remember
something.
when he came back? How he said that poem and she melted and
Yeah.
spread like butter.
He
She's
must have
Angie
been,
to
I
his
don't know
ghost.
what,
She's his
but
Angie to his ghost.
she is
Mm-hmm.
he got and that's not even her real baby daddy. Like
I know.
He told
he
that
got
bitch.
a soft she definitely has a soft spot for him. And I was like, oh shoot, like you would think for sure I'm slamming the door on you, get the heck out of my face. No, she let him talk for a little while and
Yeah, he definitely her energy definitely changed by the time she closed that door. Like I'm like, oh Lord.
Yeah. Once she saw the bag, you saw the sympathy in her eyes.
yeah, she
Oh,
definitely felt some type of way.
would you be mad if Nicole or Zoe killed Lamar like Kennard did
Oh,
Lamar? Oh,
I
Hell
wouldn't
no,
mind.
you would be
I
mad.
wouldn't mind.
I
No.
mean, that'll be
Because it'll be
too
coming
far.
from somewhere he didn't expect, like what she said
Mhm.
in the trailer.
Mm.
Do y'all think it was a mistake that she told him she sent Zoe away? Because that kind of, I feel like she was too. Because I feel like he would know where Zoe is, so he would either try to get Zoe, because he mentioned like, hey, a mother or a child's supposed to be with their mom. Like he made it really poignant about that, and the fact that I feel like if he don't get Zoe and try to bring her back or kidnap her, he knows the kids are not there. So even though he said he won't hurt her again, that shows him like, oh, she's alone. So if I were to do something to her, the kids won't be around to see it. Even though I feel like he loved her, he probably won't abuse her again. But
Yeah.
I just feel like she was talking too much when it came to
Yeah, probably. But I don't know. For some reason I feel like he would, I don't see him hurting her. Like, I don't know. I just don't. I feel like that's his weakness right there. Zoe.
Yeah, I
That's
don't think
his
he would hurt
Achilles.
Zoe.
Yeah, that's his Achilles heel. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even see him going to look for her to like take her or something. I see him going to look for her to, how he'd be stalking.
And bringing
To
her
just
stuff.
right to look at her from afar, but I don't see him actually like taking her or nothing like that. I don't know, but you never know.
Yeah.
I had to send Zoe. She said Zoe's scared of you. No, she's not. It don't look like it to me. I didn't see it. Because when she thought she
definitely
saw
was lying to
when
him.
she
When she
saw
saw him at the
Lamar,
school.
she looked like she was trying to go up to him.
Mhm.
You saw
Yeah.
her kind of like what?
I
Like
mean, of course she gonna lie to him. Lil Zoe ain't scared of him. She was happy that she saw her dad, but she want him to get the hell on. She gonna say, "Get out of here, Zoe. Scared of you. We don't ever want to see you no more."
Did she ever tell Zoe that he is dead? I don't think so. She didn't ever told him that because they was under the assumption that he died. So did she even like conclude like was Zoe like where he went, or I don't know? I'm just confused. Like
that was a little confusing too. Like but the way she. Yeah, maybe she never told her that he was, that he was dead, because Zoe's like, but the way Zoe was so surprised to see him, it was like,
that's true too.
What? I saw Daddy. Like, so I don't know. Yeah. That's just a lot. It's a lot.
I just don't turn into no crackhead. Please don't let Monique be no crackhead.
Yeah, I know. Because I was kind of proud of her when she went up there and try to act like the lawyer and stuff. I said, "Go ahead, Mo. Look at you, girl."
That was cute.
Child.
I like the way she handled that part.
Yeah.
When she went in there and she was like, "Get out." I like the way she handled it. And then the question is, she's taking the deal, but I hope everything goes right as far as them getting paid, them paying the kids' tuition and all of that. So she stays under wraps.
I think they will take care of her because
that's not gonna be the problem.
Yeah,
they pay their debts. They gonna pay Boone back too if he stay alive.
Yeah, I don't. Oh well, I was thinking about Ty Washington. I don't know. I feel like he may not be around for long.
Yeah, I hope not. I liked him for some reason.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was nice looking. He was good to look at.
He was.
And not for nothing, Meech is open off of Atlanta. You could tell he's like he likes all of that flashiness. This is right up his alley, yo.
You see all the black people, all the black excellence.
Yeah,
you should motivate him. I mean, of course, he about to hit the gas now. He like, I could drive my Benz and Willie Nelly here.
But they was talking about we need to hide in Atlanta. Y'all don't hide in Detroit. They be out with their cars. Like
not all the time though.
No, they don't. They careful. Detroit. Brillo.
We got a little.
You gotta be
careful.
Your head on the swivel. Lamar ain't in Atlanta. You can let your hair down a little bit.
So what y'all think about Pint?
Whip God?
Yeah, I like
think he seems like a fun guy. Like I'm scared of all these people like that. Like
The fact that
I
everybody
just
looking for
see
him.
him. Yeah, I see him not surviving. I don't know.
No.
Yeah,
That was one of the first things that I
I was
thought about.
thinking
Like,
that, but I ain't want to say it.
yeah, I don't like that I feel that way, and I didn't like that I felt that way with Ty either. But it's just like I would see him going before Ty for some reason. Like, I don't know. He just seems like one of those people that would get caught out there for the stupidest reason, probably to hurt Ty or to hurt Meech and Terry. But didn't he show them? He showed them how to do the little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed them how to mix
So,
it, try to whip it.
mm-mm.
He
I
said,
don't
"Come on,
know.
Betty Crocker, that."
Right.
So
Made his
yeah,
muffin.
He still serves a purpose to Ty, Jeremiah. Remember, they're going to go to Detroit. They're going back to Detroit with
Yeah,
that.
they going back to Detroit
Exactly.
now.
Yeah.
Exactly. Unless something happens to him and he's going to need to lean on Terry and whoever, because
Right.
it seemed like he probably wasn't paying the closest attention on, the recipe. Because
Because he was
I don't
talking.
see.
Ooh, if something do happen to him, that make Meech and Terry
In
even more
demand.
hot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They got this new recipe whipped, whatever they mixing it with,
Yep.
cutting it with.
Because I was
Right.
confused when Meech and Terry came in the house. Meech made a statement pretty much saying like, "Oh, this is a real nice stash house, hiding in plain sight." So was he confused, thinking, "Oh, he was meeting him at the stash house," or is Ty really holding his weight in his house like that? Like I was kind of scratching
Well,
my
then
head.
you saw he had the when
That
he when
might
they
not even
came
be his
back
house.
after they gambled, they had the bricks there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that was smart.
That could probably just be a nice house that they
Yeah.
dash house. Like
Yeah, because that's what Meech was
they might come
saying.
chill.
That's true, because Meech and Terry did do that season 1 as well. They did have that nice little house, 8-9 miles. Sorry, no disrespect, Brillo. Not sure about the miles, but they kind of think the same thing.
1 in the miles, honey. 1 in the miles.
So I'm coming to this.
As long as you ain't no
Basically, they're looking for they know that Big L is missing.
Big L, rest in peace.
They put what Dapper Dan, whatever his name is. He's on the case.
Still got her lips.
Timmons, his name is
Timmons is on the case. So do y'all think this is gonna you think he's going to jail or you think he's going to the tomb?
It's finally hitting the fan.
Yeah, he done did too much. They already got the shooting that he did at the basketball game. After the basketball game, they got the whole Dairy Queen incident, and they know it's his business.
Yep, finally hearing about that.
Yeah, and now, we was just talking about that last week on your channel, Miss K, that we didn't hear nothing from this lieutenant. She been quiet as a mouse. Now she worried about her doggone job because the town is in disarray, and the whole case with Detective Bryant and Jen, the whole Meech case done fell through because she taking the charge. So is he gonna go to jail or is he going? What y'all think? What's your thoughts?
I already saw K9 dying because everybody died, but
I think he's gonna be around. I don't think he's going to jail.
But I don't trust.
Tina said K9 is going to the tomb.
I definitely don't see him being around. Like, if he, as far as like, he gotta either be, if he gonna be around, he gonna be around in jail. I mean, he's gotta go either way. So, I mean, I don't know. The way K9 is, I could see the cops having to kill him. Like, he going out like, no, y'all not taking me alive. Sorry. But I don't know, unless somebody gets to him first.
That's a good one.
I mean, next
they are after him. He is armed and dangerous. Could he shoot his way out and don't make it out? That's a great possibility. I like that.
Oh, thank
But how do y'all read Timmons? I can't quite read him because they are implying that he's dressing nice. So I'm like, okay, do you got a side hustle being under
right? That he's a snitch for the streets.
Yeah, like I don't know how to read what they're doing with this character. I'm like, what is the big revelation going?
He's just a young cop that like clothes. It could be one of those.
Yeah, but we know stars. They always got polarized.
Yeah, you saying what's your angle? You see
it's always
That's the
that
city
angle.
girl in you, though.
Yeah, but I could definitely see that though. I could see him being some type of like he probably like, y'all just don't know. Y'all don't put the wrong one on the case because I'm about to just let them know what's happening. They ain't never gonna be on his tail.
Yeah, I'm bucked up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. But
Capital
knowing
K.
Jen.
Bryant will smash. You know what? Get out of here. He said Brian will smash Jen within the next 2 episodes. Look,
Oh,
she's
no.
getting him to talk, though.
Mm.
Not for nothing. She sees the whole thing with him and his son, the whole interaction with him losing his sneakers. And she lets him know, look, you gotta be sharp because I need you out there. And she was right. She was absolutely right.
Yeah.
You got your take, Brillo? You got anything?
On Jen and him, I mean, she get him to talk a little bit. She told him her not sob story, her tragic story or whatever. He opened up a little bit, but like she said in the preview, he still had stuff. I think she gonna find out that B Mickey beat the brakes off
Right.
Oh, yo, speaking of that.
Yo, her story ain't do nothing but make this ninja want to go out and play dirty.
Right, he wanted to do something.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, that's right. We gotta protect our own. All right.
I'm
Noted.
get up out of here, y'all.
All right.
All right,
So
Bill.
before you leave, let's look at the look of Charles' guilt on his face. The
That
cheap
music
look,
is too hilarious.
like, you know.
That music, man.
Like, oh.
I know the music.
Who he picked that song? Like, come on, God.
Infamous.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Good night.
So
Good
look,
night.
we're gonna do you know what?
I'll be back, guys. My
see,
ice is calling me. I need to get.
I don't see any type of sexual chemistry between Jen and Brian. I don't see that either. I agree.
Me either. Like they typically make these cops lesbians, which is kind of like stereotypical. But at least I don't really see her being it. I don't want to see that. Please don't show us that. We've suffered through enough sex scenes. We don't need no Jen and Brian situation.
No, we don't need that.
I'm good.
We don't need that. So I guess we're gonna get ready to get out of here. You know, tonight was a special night. So I guess I gotta upload what I really want to say with certain stuff, and I will be doing that. So what you got going on your channel, pretty girl?
Well, my review is up for BMF episode 5. Under the impression there is a break this week. But I typically review BMF Sunday mornings at 11. I may do something in place of it this week on Sunday. We'll see. And I review Power, the original Power. So we do that on Wednesday nights at 8:15, and we are on episode 2 of season 4. And of course, Ghost is in jail, so I'm getting frustrated. But yeah, other than that, just please subscribe. I'm on the road to 700 subscribers, and yes. Of course, we got all the good shows coming up too. We got Bel Air and Snowfall, and I will be reviewing those as well.
All right, Miss K. Miss K.
She would get her ice, honey.
Look,
because she hot. She pretty hot and tempted.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out. Let me thank everybody that's in the chat. So when she comes back, she can say what she's doing. Thank you, Stan. Thank you, Cinnamon. Hey, Savannah. Thank you, Suburbia, for coming through. Thank you, RC. Thank you, Noel Daniels. Thank you, Jeremiah and DeMarcus, Inga, Capital K, Brown Pretty, Tina, and Black Fox, and Danny Girl, and Miss R. Blake. Thank you guys for coming through. Thanks for coming out. God bless, and have a good night, y'all. Ew.